Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the More Memo. This week I'm coming to you live from More&Co with a quick video where we're going to break down everything here now in this video, what we want to speak about today. So last week we spoke about recovery through nutrition, specifically getting into detail on protein and breaking down why that is so important for your recovery. Today we're going to stick with the recovery topic, but we're going to explain to you why we use heart rate monitoring here at More&Co. We're a fully fledged My Zone facility. Why we use heart rate monitoring with you on a daily basis, so you can get the best recovery possible. So then you get the overall effect of being able to train on a daily basis and never feeling too fatigued or too overwhelmed. So as I said, we're a fully fledged My Zone facility now. We have a 75-inch display screen here behind me up in the wall. So every time you walk into the gym, you would have on a My Zone MZ switch belt. You can look them up online, lads. An MZ switch belt, and when you come in, you will pop straight up on screen. Why do we do that, and why is it so important? The recovery process comes down to a lot of things, but it comes down to how you train, the intensity of the training, but also how you recover then there after the training. So if you're coming into class and you're absolutely killing yourself every single day, and you're doing what we call anaerobic training on a daily basis. Anaerobic just means working without oxygen. It means you're working at a very high heart rate all of the time. It means you're burning off glycogen, carbohydrate all of the time. So we don't get fitter like that. We don't get leaner like that. What we do is, if we train like that all of the time, we then in turn get very, very fatigued. We find it very, very hard to recover. We don't necessarily get the results that we want, and you are on the way to injury, 100%. If you train in an anaerobic threshold, a high heart rate threshold every single day, you're on the way to injury. Hence why we see that if people do intense workouts every single day of the week. So what we've done here is we put our program in place where we can do a mixture of workouts that will both mix up aerobic and anaerobic training. So we've discussed anaerobic, but aerobic training is when you work with oxygen. It's when, in a simple terms, if I said to you, how hard are you working out of 10, you would normally, in an aerobic threshold, be somewhere around a 5 to 6 out of 10. I could talk to you while you were training. You wouldn't be hugely out of breath. You'd be able to work through, and you can sustain that threshold, that aerobic threshold, for a hell of a lot longer than what you can sustain your anaerobic training. We want to make the bulk of our training aerobic, because this we know will help us to train more often. We will feel better after training, we will recover better, and we will lose more body fat and more weight by training in that aerobic threshold on a more regular basis. So why heart rate monitoring is so important is, whether you're in the gym or out of the gym, is you know exactly what threshold you're in every single day when you come into a class here at More&Co, because we can see you live on screen. If you're going too hard and that's not the way we want that workout to go today, we can tell you, take a break, step it back, and come back in when your heart rate drops down. So guys, that's just a little bit of information on what we're doing and why recovery is related to heart rate, and why we feel that using great tools like My Zone and having a My Zone facility to come to will allow you to be more consistent with your training. It'll allow you to train on a daily basis injury-free, but it'll also get you to your results faster. You just have to change the mindset that's out there that it's no pain, no gain. That is a flawed concept, and we need to educate people on the way of, yes, using heart rate variability for your training, but using it smartly. You do need to have that 1 to 2 sessions a week in a full week of doing that harder anaerobic training, but most and the bulk of your sessions in a training week, whether it be inside or outside of the gym, should be in that aerobic threshold where you're working within yourself, you're comfortable, and you're feeling great after your training. That's just a little breakdown, guys, on recovery through heart rate training and why it's so important to us right here, right now. Any other questions, get in touch. info@moreandco.ie.